I'm software developer. I have experience more than 10 years in web development, and I'm going to teach you how to start the development process from the beginning and create your own startup. We will use the CodePen website in order to write code and share between each other. Please go to codepen.io and click New Pen. So now you will see HTML, CSS and JS tabs when HTML is layout of your website. CSS is style. You can change colors, paddings, margins, and so on. And JavaScript is logic of your web page. Let's build the simple application or web page. We don't need to write HTML tag here. We can put body element. So if we write div and put 1, 2, 3, the CodePen will immediately compile it and you will able to see the result on this embedded browser. So we can put style here like this and change the color. Great. And here we can put some logic. We will consider it slightly later. So if you know that development has a big process and now lots of developers don't use the HTML itself and they choose some preprocessor languages. So you can write on another language and this language will translate its syntax to HTML syntax. Let me show the example. For instance, we can use a PAG preprocessor language and we immediately see the error. So PAG doesn't support HTML elements, but we can transform it a little bit like that. So we can go to arrow and click view compiled HTML and we will see same HTML as before we wrote. So PAG allows us to write less code but produce same result as before. We can use it in order to save our time. The same thing we have for CSS. We can choose a CSS preprocessor, for instance SAS. Let's save it and you see that we have error because this syntax is not supported for SAS and we need to adjust it a little bit like that. And as you can see, we have same result as before. If we go to view compiled CSS, we will see same CSS as we wrote before. But same thing, we have less code but same result. And same thing you can use for JavaScript. As you can see, it supports CoffeeScript, LiveScript, TypeScript, and Babel. We will consider it later. Let's build something complex. For instance, we will create few cards with some content, with like a simple structure. Immediately we can go and transform it into HTML and check how it will look like for browser. But as you can see that I wrote just CSS selectors here and it was transformed into HTML. So when I write dot, I can skip div and it will put it automatically. Here I can write just CSS class like I do it in SAS. Let me just copy paste and remove the content. So here I can define specific style for each element. For instance, I can write their color red. And we have mistake. Why? Because SAS is pretty strict for intent. We need to put 2 spaces everywhere in order to get it working. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here, header and content on the same side. It means that each element card which contains header and content inside has this rule. I can put header inside content and it will be red as well. But if I want just to apply the rule for children and no descendants, I need to put the special sign here. In this case, we apply the rule only for children. In this case, for descendants. For children, for descendants. Let's apply it just for children. Okay guys, I can build a lot of lessons for you and we can cover all subjects about HTML, CSS and JavaScript. I can teach you build complex applications on React and AngularJS. I need just your likes and views for this video. If you make 100 likes and 10,000 views, I will continue to create the thread of the lessons and you will be able to see lesson every day and learn one piece of the big subject of development. Thank you.